Good afternoon. My name is Hae-sun Kim, advisor of Gangnam Labor Law Firm. Today we will discuss about with the Labor Attorney Jung Bong-soo, Labor Standard Act, Article 55, which is the holidays. It sounds simple, but could you explain the terminology first, please?
Hello, how are you today? This is Bong-soo Jung, Korean labor attorney. This Article 55 of the Labor Standard Act stipulate weekly holiday allowance. Employee should provide 1 day's paid leave for 1 week work. So this article means 1 day should be paid as the paid leave, even though there are no work during the weekly holiday. So this weekly holiday allowance should be applicable to all workers. So when employer pay their wage based on monthly salary, then we regarded that weekly holiday allowance is already included in the monthly wage. But if employee pay their salary based on each day or based on the hourly base, then employer should add the 1 day's additional the allowance. We call it weekly holiday allowance when employee complete 1 week's period, like 1 week's contractual period. That means more than 15 hours per week or less than 40 hours per week. Then employer should consider additional payment for weekly holiday allowance.
I see. So could you explain an example where the employee has made an appeal of unpaid leave, that it was a memorable case?
Yeah, I think there are many cases I have represented. So there are 2 typical cases I can show with you because they are very particular cases related to this weekly holiday allowance. First case is one of the biggest language institute where there are many foreign teachers who worked. So they provide their labor service based on the hourly based service. So hourly wage was 30,000 Korean won. Then usually they work 30 hours per week. Then they calculate their salary based on the hourly, like the number of the working hours per week and also some hourly wages. So in this case they didn't consider weekly holiday allowance. So many people resigned. They complain about this one. So even they didn't receive severance pay. Actually I started with this representation based on unpaid severance pay. So company only considered the severance pay, but when I reviewed the case, they didn't pay weekly holiday allowance. So finally, when we calculate this total amount, so weekly holiday allowance was much larger than the like severance pay. So finally, we the English teachers could receive some unpaid weekly holiday allowance. So that is one case. The second case was the Gyeonggi, the province council. They hired temporary workers for 30 days. So 30 days means 5 days each week. Then they used them for 1 month and half. So in that case, they hired based on daily wage, like 100,000 won each day. So when they use them for 30 days, that means they only paid 30 million Korean won. But one of the workers there claimed, why not we could receive some weekly holiday allowance. So the one employee claimed to the labor board, labor office. Then labor office agreed company should pay the weekly holiday allowance. Also, when employee complete 1 month Then there are monthly paid leave. So there are 6 weeks they worked and 600,000 won plus the monthly leave. So it was a total 700,000 won. So that Gyeonggi province council had to pay 700,000 won each employee. So also they paid all workers who once worked there. Also they had to consider or pay retroactively for the past 5 years. So it was a very meaningful case because the weekly holiday allowance is something employees should consider as a payment. Yeah.
I see. So if this employee didn't question about this unpaid severance pay,
Yeah.
then the Gyeonggi province did not have to pay. But because of her appeal, then many other workers had to be paid by the Gyeonggi province. It's a very meaningful case.
Yeah.
And do you want to make any other comment about this?
Yes. So when I suggest, so when employer use some temporary workers, it is good idea to hire them based on monthly pay system, not the daily or hourly. So when they introduce the hourly based salary system or daily based salary for temporary workers, then they must consider additional pay as the name of the weekly holiday allowance. Yeah.
I see. Thank you very much for your comment.
Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.